What's up, everyone? Doing? My name is Jason Oyola. This is my first live stream, and I want to say, though I may not have anybody who's following me yet, I'm hoping that in the near future, I will have a landscape of people who, not for my liking, have, let's say, hundreds of thousands or tens of millions of subscribers. I could care less who is watching this video for likes or anything, but I would be well appreciated for whoever watches anything on my channel to leave a like or subscribe. It would someday feel amazing for me to look at my account and say, "Wow, I didn't know that this is even possible," because I see um, dozens upon dozens of people making money. But again, my purpose for me to even put any live stream or any video on YouTube is not to make any money. Because if I made some, no, don't mistaken this. I wouldn't mind making the money, but my plans for the money would have been different. I would keep half, and that would be my monthly income, and then the other half I would donate because I feel there are people who need it more than I do. Um, there are places that could put it to use, and all in all, it would make me feel better to know that somebody who might be homeless could use that money to have a home to live, food in their stomach, clothes on their back, their kids have a roof over their head. Um, that I would feel good that I'm not the only one sleeping in a comfortable bed at night. If they don't have a bed, they can sleep on the floor. If they don't have a blanket, it's okay. With time, everything will take its place. But my purpose for this video is it says 2018 is coming to an end. Today is December 1st, 2018. It's 8:17 at night, and I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to this year coming. Hopefully, financially, it'll be better. Um, Most definitely, networking wise, I can finally meet up with the people that I've been talking to through Instagram, Facebook, um, YouTubers of all sorts, that I could finally meet up with them, and have a um, kindly discussion. A moment where we could all sit down and not criticize people who are down, not not throw shade on anybody, not be like these music artists who are rich and famous, and they constantly want to backstab somebody else just so they could reach the next level. And what do they gain out of it? What, enemies? Less sleep at night? They constantly have to be on the road so they could avoid confrontation with somebody who they had a disagreement with. All that means nothing to me. You know what? If I become a millionaire, I don't want no one to know about it. I don't want no one to know my name. I don't want no one to know I'm a millionaire because I want people to know me by this. I'm nice. Excuse me. That was a very uncalled for, but couldn't help it. I'm thoughtful. I'm caring. And speaking of the last word I said, caring, I care about my American people. Whether you're black, Asian, Caucasian, or Hispanic. If you're an American citizen, me and you, our blood. Regardless of where it came from, regardless of where your ancestors came from, we're in America. So, as American citizens, We have to treat each other with respect. Um, Learn how to live together. Learn how to fight these in-home battles, and not just in our home, but in our community, in our state. Um, Work alongside each other to help government do their job. So it's not the government saying they don't want to, like they literally don't want to, but it's that they literally can't because the budget or somebody at the tail end is saying we can't open up the funds for everyone. We only have so much money. No, but it will encourage for them to push that envelope so our schools can have a fair tuition to put new computers, new desks, open up new programs for kids that um, may not may not afford it because it the that means that the parents have um, may not meet the requirement. Um, Help government this whole tax loophole with big corporations. Everybody has to pay their fair share. Policemen, firemen, judges, Congress, Senate, president, whether it is of the United States or a corporation, everybody has to pay their fair share. It's not fair that a person like myself who's working a regular job is being ass raped daily. And all I wish I could do is not live here for that reason because I'm paying too much and getting nothing out of it. Like if I make between 15 or 13 or $14,000 and $20,000, that means when I do my taxes next year, I'll be qualified to make more money back. I can qualify for earned income credit, child tax credit, um, head of household credit, and all sorts of other things. But it sucks that we have to work very little to hopefully get something back. But those who work 40 hours, 50 hours, 60-hour work weeks and make 60 to $70,000 a year, and they have one or two children, or 3 to 4 children, still are struggling. They're paying their taxes. They're possibly paying for schools so their kids can continue with their education, their curriculum, sports. If they are part of a band in school, that they can continue playing their instruments or staying in ballet, whatever the case may be. But I think we have to cut the taxation on the hard of the working class so they can see more money in their pocket versus raising tax rates on the poor and the rich keep more of their money. And besides that, I have a big problem with bullying. A lot of things like that are still happening. And nobody wants to jump in the middle of a the battle of two lions or several lions. Nobody wants to jump in the middle of it because it's not cool. It's more cool to see two people beating the shit out of each other than it is to break it up. Because the reality is you never know what could possibly happen. You don't know if you're putting your life on the line, thinking that you're just gonna break them up, and not know that one of them may have a gun or a knife. So bullying starts at its lowest level. Starts by saying something that to a person like me I'll forget about it because it's not worth fighting. But a person like my son, 8 years old, turning 9 in January, will hear words as little as "you look like fried bacon," or say something that may insult him culturally, or somebody say something about his mom, and then it turns from an innocent little boy who thinks about love to a very hateful little boy with just a stroke of a few words. And that stuff needs to come to an end. We're coming into 2019 very soon, and a lot of things aren't changing. Bullying is one of the things that has been done for the longest time, and not by just kids, but also adults. In the workplace, there's a lot of bullying. In the military, there's a lot of bullying. In Congress, there's a lot of bullying. Government, there's a lot of bullying. And nobody speaks about them. Or when we do, we speak about the one person that said one comment that really has no substance behind it. But all of a sudden, we turned it into into a fiasco. And we need to stop that too. The government fiasco. We need to stop the Democrats, the SJWs, the Antifas. If we're going to speak about somebody like Donald Trump, for example, let's have our facts straight. Up to this moment, he's won almost everybody's vote. Almost. So imagine out of 340 million people, he's won the vote of 310 million. While the other 30 million are deliberating they whether this guy should be kept as president or not. He's done a good job. I'm very proud of him. A lot of people are not, but those other people I don't really care for because they're not contributing to to the cause. They're not contributing to this country. They're sucking the blood out of this country and giving nothing in return. And people, I know this is going to hurt somebody in the testicles on the clitoris. Let's be fair with what Donald Trump said about illegal immigrants. Look what's going on with the caravan that came from between Nicaragua and Honduras. Look at all the things that are happening at the border. If we don't put a stop to illegal immigrants coming into this country illegally, we're going to have a big negative turnout. We got to stop listening to CNN. We have to stop listening to media in general. Pick out the truth and throw away the garbage. All that fake news. I know that there's people that want to come into this country and work. There's no shadow of a doubt about that. But when you come to my country and start trouble and think that we're going to tolerate it, you are so mistaken. I will not tolerate somebody, whether it's Latin America, Caribbean, Africa, Asia, or European nations, or Oceania, to come to my country and not just knock on the door, and hopefully somebody will answer and let you in, but barge in and steal our food and kick us out of our home and then demand that you be treated nicely. Hell no. That will not happen on my book. If you come through my door without me allowing you to come in, expect for me to use aggressive force. Expect for me to beat you up. I'm defending my home. My home is mine, not yours. Mine. My son lives here. My ex lives here. My ex and I pay the rent, groceries, bills to maintain this home. And I'm not gonna have some Neanderthal from South America or wherever the hell they're coming from to demand food, to demand clothes, to demand my home. I will let the big man in the sky punish me for all these sins, but I will mess you up. And that's the same exact thing I would do standing behind our policemen, our border patrol, our military. If somebody comes to this country and think they're gonna barge in and expect us to still treat them nice, I'll stand by them and say, let's keep them out. And if a Mexican or Honduran guy or Nicaraguan guy or woman says, ask me, you Latino? Yes. Where are you standing for me? I'll say, because you're the kind of people that Donald Trump was mentioning in his campaign that should not be allowed in this country. And therefore, I stand by his word. I stand by the Border Patrol. I stand by our military, our first responders. I stand by them. I don't stand by criminals. No. Whether you're friend or family, I don't stand by you. If you're a troublemaker, I want you away from me. Or I will force you away from me. Period. But with all this, these words I'm saying, I want everyone to take a minute and think about it. Everything I just talked about. It may seem like it was all over the place, but if you put it on perspective, there's a lot of things that need to change. And there's one big person we need to defend and we need to stand by, and as our president. The big man in the sky knows why Donald Trump is president. And honestly, I'm very happy again to say Donald J. Trump is our president. God bless America. Number one, all in all. I hope you have a good night. If you'd like, obviously, this is your choice. You can like this video, subscribe, and share. And if you have any comments or complaints, please leave them at the bottom or send me an email. And whatever questions you may have, I'll answer at the best of my abilities. Otherwise, have a good night. And since Christmas is now 24 days away, I hope most of y'all are thinking of spending time with your loved ones. Please do so. Let's throw hate down the toilet like a turd. And let's be happy. But let's keep each other aware at the same time. I know it's kind of fucked up to think all those ways at once. But if we don't, the worst could happen. And surprises are sometimes hard to deal with. But it's better to be well prepared. So y'all have a good night. Hopefully this video will help somebody that maybe I can relate to. Maybe we can talk. And if things work out, man or woman, it doesn't matter. I'm down to meet up with whoever wants to talk and have a friendly discussion or a political discussion or family discussion. I'm down for it. So if that's you, you know where to find me. Have a good night. God, I love America and love my president, Donald Trump.